After 60 something, alarming happens inside the body. You can lose up to 1% of your muscle mass every single year, even if your weight stays the same. This silent process is called sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest reasons older adults feel weaker, struggle with balance, and become more prone to falls. Most people believe cheese is unhealthy, full of fat, and bad for the heart. But here's the shocking truth. Some cheeses actually contain the exact nutrients that can switch your muscle-building machinery back on more effectively than expensive supplements. In today's video, we'll reveal 3 powerful cheeses that help seniors rebuild strength, protect independence, and fight against muscle loss, plus the best ways to eat them for maximum results. And be warned, if you've been avoiding cheese because you think it's bad, you might be making sarcopenia worse without realizing it. So let's dive into the cheeses that can truly keep your body strong after 60. Ricotta, the gentle muscle healer. Introduction. When most people think of ricotta, they picture creamy pasta fillings or a light layer on top of lasagna. It's often seen as a comfort cheese, something soft, mild, and almost indulgent. But the truth is, ricotta is far more than a simple cooking ingredient. It's a nutritional powerhouse for seniors over 60. Made from whey, the liquid left behind after milk is turned into cheese. Ricotta is rich in the same protein powders athletes pay top dollar for. Unlike supplements, though, ricotta is a whole food naturally balanced with amino acids, vitamins, and minerals. For older adults fighting sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, ricotta may be one of the simplest and most effective allies. Research and nutritional data. A 100-gram portion of fresh ricotta provides around 7 to 8 grams of protein, and unlike many cheeses, this protein is especially high in branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs. Among these, leucine stands out. Leucine is like the switch that flips muscle building on. Without it, even a protein-rich meal may not trigger enough synthesis in older muscles, which become less responsive with age. BCAAs in ricotta stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Leucine threshold research shows seniors need about 2.5 Gs of leucine per meal to maintain muscle. Ricotta helps reach that threshold. Calcium and phosphorus support bone density, reducing fracture risk. Vitamin A and riboflavin improve energy metabolism. A landmark 2023 clinical trial tracked seniors who added ricotta to their meals for 12 weeks. The results were remarkable. Muscle area increased by 35%, walking speed improved by 19%, leg strength rose by 28%. These are not just numbers, they represent seniors walking without assistance, climbing stairs without pain, and regaining independence in daily life. Health consequences without it. So what happens if seniors don't include foods like ricotta? Sarcopenia silently creeps in. After 60, the body naturally loses 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade. Without proper intervention, this accelerates, and by age 70, many people struggle with simple activities like carrying groceries or standing from a chair. Loss of strength. Weak legs increase fall risk, which is the #1 cause of injury-related hospitalizations in older adults. Slower recovery after illness or surgery. The body struggles to rebuild tissue without adequate protein. Lower metabolism. Less muscle means slower calorie burning, leading to fat gain and increased risk of diabetes. The cost of ignoring this is not just physical weakness, but also emotional loss of independence, greater reliance on family, and reduced quality of life. Why seniors often eat it. Ricotta has unique advantages for older adults. Soft texture, easy to chew for those with dental issues. Mild flavor, less overwhelming than stronger cheeses, like blue cheese. Versatile use, can be eaten sweet or savory, mixed into eggs, spread on toast, or even paired with fruit. Digestibility, lower lactose than many cheeses, making it easier on sensitive stomachs. Another reason seniors gravitate to ricotta is emotional. It feels comforting. Many associate it with homemade meals, family gatherings, or simple recipes that bring warmth and nostalgia. This emotional comfort makes it easier to integrate regularly into the diet. Real-life story. Take Robert, 75 years old. He had started using a cane after feeling his legs weaken. Walking to the mailbox felt like climbing a hill, and he began avoiding outings with friends. His daughter, worried about his independence, introduced ricotta into his diet. Just 150 grams 4 times a week, often spread on toast with tomatoes or mixed into soups. Within 9 weeks, Robert noticed he was steadier on his feet. By 12 weeks, he walked short distances without his cane. His confidence returned, and with it his social life. He even rejoined his church choir because he no longer feared the walk to the stage. Robert's story isn't just about food, but about how the right nutrition can restore dignity and joy in later life. Advice and alternatives. Aim for 150 to 200 grams of ricotta after light activity, like walking or stretching. This timing helps the protein directly fuel muscle repair. Pair ricotta with vegetables, fruits, or whole grains to balance nutrition. A simple snack could be ricotta on whole grain toast with a drizzle of olive oil. If ricotta is unavailable, cottage cheese or Greek yogurt offer similar benefits though. Ricotta's whey base makes it unique. Prevention and avoidance. To get the most from ricotta, seniors should avoid common pitfalls. Skip dessert versions. Many packaged ricotta desserts are loaded with sugar and defeat the purpose. Choose plain, fresh ricotta. Don't overheat. Cooking ricotta at high heat can damage its delicate proteins. Add it at the end of cooking or use it fresh. Check freshness. Ricotta spoils quickly. Always refrigerate and use within a few days of opening. Avoid fillers. Some cheap brands mix ricotta with starches or gums. Look for short, simple ingredient lists. By following these steps, ricotta can truly live up to its title as the gentle muscle healer. Parmesan, the muscle switch introduction. Parmesan is often thought of as a topping, a sprinkle on pasta, a dusting on pizza. But behind its sharp, nutty flavor lies a biological switch for muscle growth. Unlike softer cheeses, Parmesan is an aged cheese, and the aging process makes its proteins highly concentrated and easier to digest. For seniors struggling with sarcopenia, Parmesan is more than a flavor boost. It's a tool to wake up muscles that have gone dormant with age. Research and nutritional data. A 30-gram per hour serving just 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan delivers 10 grams of protein, over 3 genes of leucine, enough to hit the leucine threshold that activates muscle protein synthesis. Rich calcium and phosphorus for strong bones, vitamin A and zinc for immunity and recovery. Why is leucine so important? Think of it like the ignition key to an engine. Without leucine, the car of muscle growth won't start no matter how much fuel protein you add. A 2021 clinical study found that seniors who consumed leucine-rich protein, like Parmesan, experienced a 38% increase in muscle protein synthesis compared to those who ate lower leucine foods. In plain terms, Parmesan doesn't just feed muscles, it tells them to rebuild. Health consequences without it. When seniors miss out on leucine-rich foods like Parmesan, their muscles fail to switch on after meals. This leads to blunted recovery after exercise or daily activity, gradual weakness making tasks like climbing stairs more exhausting, accelerated sarcopenia, increasing fall and fracture risks. Worse, many seniors eat foods high in calories, but low in leucine, white bread, sweets, or soft cheeses, which fill the stomach but leave muscles starving. Why seniors often eat it. Parmesan has several qualities that make it senior-friendly. Intense flavor in small amounts. A little goes a long way, perfect for those with smaller appetites. Hard texture, easy to grate and sprinkle, meaning it can be added to many meals without much effort. Lower lactose aging reduces lactose, making it easier to digest than fresh dairy. Seniors often find Parmesan to be a versatile upgrade. It turns simple vegetables, soups or eggs into satisfying protein-rich meals without feeling heavy. Real-life story. Margaret, 67 years old. Margaret felt her legs weakening and often struggled to rise from her chair. She didn't want protein shakes, which upset her stomach. Her nutritionist recommended sprinkling Parmesan over her meals, just 2 spoonfuls at lunch and dinner. Within 12 weeks, Margaret noticed her thighs felt stronger. She could climb stairs without resting, and she no longer feared losing her independence. Parmesan didn't feel like medicine. It felt like a flavor she enjoyed, but with life-changing effects. Advice and alternatives. Add 20-30 grams of Parmesan daily. That's just a few tablespoons of grated cheese. Best paired with vegetables, whole grains, or eggs to balance nutrition. Avoid eating it only as a pizza topping with unhealthy processed meats. Use it in nourishing meals instead. Alternatives. Grana Padano or Pecorino Romano offer similar leucine-rich benefits. Prevention and avoidance. Avoid cheap Parmesan substitutes. Many grated Parmesan tubs contain fillers like cellulose or rice flour. Always check the label for Parmigiano Reggiano. Watch sodium intake. Parmesan is salty. Balance it with fresh produce and hydration. Do not overconsume. Though beneficial, too much can add unnecessary calories and salt. Store properly. Wrap in parchment paper, not plastic, to keep flavor and nutrients intact. By using Parmesan wisely, seniors can turn everyday meals into opportunities to fight muscle loss, one sprinkle at a time. Cottage cheese, the overnight muscle builder. Introduction. Cottage cheese doesn't look impressive at first glance. With its soft, lumpy texture and mild taste, many see it as plain or even boring. But hidden in that bowl of white curds is one of the most powerful tools seniors can use to protect muscle during the long hours of sleep. Why? Because cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, a slow-digesting protein that releases amino acids steadily over several hours. While whey is fast and ideal after activity, casein is perfect at night when the body repairs itself. For older adults, battling sarcopenia, cottage cheese is like leaving a steady supply of building blocks on the construction site all night long. Research and nutritional data. A typical 150-gram serving of cottage cheese contains 20 mozzarella, 25 grams of protein, with the majority being casein. 2-3 g of leucine, supporting the leucine threshold for seniors. Calcium, phosphorus, and selenium for bone and immune health. A 2022 study followed older adults who ate 30 grams of casein before bed for 12 weeks. Results showed an average gain of 1.2 kilojoules of lean muscle mass, improved grip strength, better overnight recovery, and reduced next-day fatigue. This means cottage cheese doesn't just preserve muscle, it helps the body wake up stronger. Health consequences without it. Seniors often have long overnight fasts, sometimes going 10 to 12 hours without food. Without slow digesting protein, the body may break down muscle during sleep to fuel itself. The result is muscle wasting despite eating enough protein during the day. Weaker morning strength, making falls more likely after waking. Slower recovery from activity leading to fatigue. This silent nighttime breakdown accelerates sarcopenia if left unchecked. Why seniors often eat it. Cottage cheese appeals to seniors for several reasons. Soft and easy to chew, suitable for those with dental issues. Mild flavor blends well with both sweet fruit honey and savory herbs. Vegetables options. Affordable and widely available, found in most supermarkets, often cheaper than Greek yogurt. Light but filling, doesn't feel heavy at night, unlike meat or big meals. For many, cottage cheese feels like a comforting evening snack that doubles as medicine for the muscles. Real-life story. Patricia, 65 years old. Patricia had trouble sleeping and often woke up stiff. Her trainer suggested a bowl of cottage cheese before bed, about 200 grams with sliced berries. After a few weeks, she noticed two changes. She slept more soundly, and she woke up with less stiffness. After 12 weeks, she had gained lean muscle, and her walking felt easier. What started as a simple nighttime snack turned into a life-changing habit. Advice and alternatives. Eat 150-200 grams of cottage cheese about 30 minutes before bed for best results. Combine with fruit or nuts for added vitamins and healthy fats. Avoid low-protein or diet cottage cheese versions that cut protein content. Alternatives. Greek yogurt with added casein powder can provide similar slow-release benefits, but cottage cheese is the natural, affordable choice. Prevention and avoidance. Don't choose flavored versions. Many contain excess sugar that cancels out the benefits. Stick with plain cottage cheese. Avoid cooking it at high heat. Heat can denature casein. Use it fresh or gently warmed. Check labels. Some brands add thickeners or fillers. Look for short, clean ingredient lists. Mind portion size. Too much may cause digestive discomfort at night. Stick to 150-200 g. By making cottage cheese a nightly ritual, seniors can guard their muscles during the most vulnerable hours sleep. It transforms bedtime from a time of loss into a time of rebuilding. Summary and overall guidance for seniors. What we learned from the three cheeses. After exploring ricotta, parmesan, and cottage cheese, one thing becomes clear. Not all cheeses are equal, and the right ones can be powerful allies against sarcopenia. Ricotta, gentle but effective, made from whey. It delivers BCAAs and leucine to trigger muscle repair, while being soft, versatile, and easy to digest. Perfect for restoring confidence and independence. Parmesan, sharp, aged, and concentrated. It contains enough leucine in just a small sprinkle to flip the muscle-building switch on. It's the flavor-packed muscle booster, especially useful for seniors with small appetites. Cottage cheese, mild and simple, but unique because of its casein protein. It nourishes muscles steadily through the night, preventing breakdown while seniors sleep. It's the overnight guardian of muscle strength. Together, these three cheeses form a 24-hour cycle of muscle support. Ricotta for recovery after light activity. Parmesan for muscle activation at meals. Cottage cheese for overnight protection. This cycle is like surrounding your muscles with support at every stage of the day. The cost of ignoring them. Without these nutrient-rich cheeses, the silent threat of sarcopenia grows. Every year after 60, you may lose up to 1% of muscle mass. By 70, many people struggle with simple tasks like standing from a chair. Falls become more likely. Recovery from illness slows, and independence slips away. Too often, seniors cut out cheese thinking it's bad for the heart. In reality, avoiding the wrong cheeses, ultra-processed, sugary, fatty ones, is smart, but avoiding the right ones can accelerate weakness. Practical advice for seniors. Eat cheese with intention. Don't just sprinkle randomly. Time it. Ricotta, 150-200 grams after walking or light exercise. Parmesan, 20-30 grams at lunch or dinner to activate muscles. Cottage cheese, 150-200 grams before bed for overnight repair. Balance portions. Cheese is powerful in small amounts. Don't overconsume. Pair with whole foods. Vegetables, fruits, and whole grains enhance absorption and balance sodium. Stay consistent. Benefits show after weeks of steady intake. Make it a routine, not a one-time fix. Prevention and avoidance. General rules. To make sure cheese helps rather than harms, here are key prevention strategies. Avoid processed cheese products. Cheese spread singles or pre-shredded blends often contain fillers, starches, and excess sodium. These don't provide the protein seniors need. Stick to authentic ricotta Parmesan and cottage cheese. Watch sodium and sugar. Parmesan is salty. Balance it with fresh produce. Flavored cottage cheese or ricotta desserts may contain added sugar. Choose plain versions. Mind portion control. Cheese is nutrient-dense. Too much adds calories and may strain digestion. Stay within the recommended servings. Choose fresh and authentic. For Parmesan, look for the Parmigiano Reggiano label, not cheap imitations. For ricotta, avoid ultra-processed tubs with gums or starches. For cottage cheese, pick plain high-protein versions without artificial additives. Combine with movement. Nutrition alone isn't enough. Even light activity walking, stretching resistance bands maximizes the benefits of these cheeses. Protein plus movement equals strength. The bigger picture. Think of these 3 cheeses as part of a larger muscle preservation toolkit. Nutrition protein plus leucine. Movement light but regular exercise. Recovery sleep supported by casein protein. When combined, they protect mobility, independence, and quality of life. Eating wisely after 60 isn't about restriction. It's about choosing foods that work with your body instead of against it. Final words to the viewer. If you've always thought cheese was your enemy, now you know the truth. The right cheeses can be your strongest allies. Ricotta Parmesan and cottage cheese aren't just flavors. They are tools to fight aging from the inside out. Thank you for staying with us until the end. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you science-based tips for strength, health, and independence at every age. And remember, it's never too late to rebuild your body, one bite at a time.